So Marcus, how tired are you right now, man?
Oh, man, I'm kind of a little tired, man. It's a tad bit tired. It's a tad bit. It's all good though, you know. They say this second time's the
Second time's
charm,
a
maybe.
charm,
I don't
maybe.
know.
I don't know.
Why
Why
not?
not?
Why
For
not?
all you that don't understand, this is take two. This is Monday
Take
night,
two.
10, about 10:15. We were
Yeah.
recording at about 7-ish, 7 something ish. And
Yep.
we recorded a good
Yep.
hour. I was like, yeah,
Yep.
good
Good
hour.
hour.
I go to edit and Marcus bolts off and go gets his food, which, I was gonna do. I went and got my food before then. I was actually gonna get it afterwards, so I'm glad I caught it right then. But yeah,
Yep.
my audio was all trashed. My audio, not Marcus's
Yep.
audio, my audio. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is bullshit. It's like,
Yeah.
so you guys get take two.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
More
More
refined.
refined, more thought out because there's some other thought.
Thought out,
Yeah,
maybe. Why not?
there's some more stuff, and it might be a little bit more precise and less impromptu. Then again, it might be some impromptu improvisation.
Yeah.
I'm just making up words now because I'm tired.
Yeah. 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 Why not?
Why not? So,
Yeah.
I guess we'll start this off how we did the last one. Lion King. How
Yeah.
did you like it?
Lion. How did I like Lion King? I will say,
And you watched it on a
I
Fire Stick.
definitely love Lion King. Actually, I thoroughly enjoy Lion
No,
King
oh no, no.
in 1994. In 1994, um, in 1994, I loved Lion King all the way up until I saw the live action version because the live action version to me was just a wannabe Planet Earth knockoff
Oh
of
god.
the animated version I loved so much growing up as a child.
Uh,
So, you know, I wasn't that enthused. I did see it on the Fire Stick, that is true. And so yeah, I didn't get all the splendid wonder of the cinematography of the green screen basically version of it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get that. So yes, I can understand, people loving that part. And I can imagine what it look like. I can see high D, quality trailers and see, okay, I can imagine this is probably what this looked like, or whatever. But as far as the story goes, as far as what I saw, I mean, I still saw it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, nope, like the Aladdin live. But it's okay. I mean, it's the Lion King. It's a good story. I feel like if I never saw the original 1994 version and I saw this instead, I'll be like, you know what, this is pretty good. But when you have a better product out there, man, it's
See,
kind of
when
just
I went and saw it,
yeah.
I was immersed into the atmosphere of the Lion King. I was
Mhm.
there.
He was
I was there.
he was
I
there.
heard the fireflies.
Mhm.
I heard
Yeah,
Rafiki knocking somebody in the head with his whoop ass stick. So,
yeah,
I watched it in IMAX, floor to ceiling, wall to
yeah,
wall screen, which was
yeah.
amazing. The sound was
Right.
amazing. But
Mhm.
somebody didn't like it because they probably watched it in like 480p, which means it looked.
Dude, there are people coughing
I
on
bet there
mine.
was people.
There are people
I bet you.
coughing,
I bet the screen.
laughing.
I bet the resolution looked like somebody wiped Vaseline all over the screen.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't. Like I feel like that's what I say. You know what? If I was to go see it, that would be the reason why. Literally just to
Five
see
dollar
it.
Tuesday.
But as far
$5
as
Tuesday. I say it is
just,
worth a $5 Tuesday.
I'm like, but as far as just
Be,
I don't know. Like I said, it was alright. It was alright. I really like Timon and
I,
Pumbaa.
I
I thought they were
I think they
funny.
should have
Like you
actually
couldn't. You
replaced
had.
James Earl Jones. I think they should have went ahead and replaced him.
I mean, I don't know. Like it's like they were saying the same. I mean, it was the same lines and everything too. So it
Yeah,
was kind of like I could just imagine like James Earl Jones said it better the first
yeah.
time, and then some of the other characters, I feel like they would have been all right. Like
Truthfully,
what was his name? Jeremy Irons,
yeah.
Scar, whatever. Like him, that Scar was menacing
I
and
think
conniving. I like the
the
original Scar a little bit better than this
the other
guy.
Scar was
You
more
know?
of the Disney evil, whereas this Scar was more
Yeah,
of the militarized general that was trying to take over. So it's that's
yeah,
where we talked about the be prepared. It wasn't like be prepared is still one of the top Disney villain songs period of all time. It is right up there, top
yeah.
five. It is right up there with Poor Unfortunate Soul. It's iconic, but they didn't go for the whole theatrics of the showmanship of that as a Disney show stopping number. It was like I said, it was like a spoken word
Yeah.
setting, you know, pep talk type thing. And once
Yeah. No, I'm not. I was. I would have rather seen the hyenas marching like
like
the
Hitler,
Nazi
yeah.
Hitler. I would have rather have seen that because that's what it was basically. I would have. I mean, if I would, I wanted to see Lion King like that. I wanted to see how they would do that. And they didn't do it, and I was disappointed at that
Nazi
part.
scar.
Like
You
I
wanted
didn't see it.
Nazi scar?
I want a Nazi scar. I mean, he lost in the end, so I mean, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still gonna lose, but it was
It
entertaining. It was
was
entertaining.
entertaining.
Yeah.
I think truthfully, the person who played Scar should have actually been casted
Mhm.
for Mufasa, and they should have casted somebody else for Scar. That's
Mm.
how I feel.
I mean, the guy who did Scar was okay. I mean, what's his name? I can't think of his
He
name
has a
right now.
very
But
complicated name.
he was in Doctor
Yeah, that's
Strange.
Mordor.
He was
Mordor.
yeah,
Moto.
yeah, yeah. He was in Doctor Strange or some 12 Years a Slave. I just can't think of his
Yeah,
name right now. But yeah, I mean, he's a good
he
actor.
was in Four
He's good. But
Brothers.
I'm just saying, like, Four
Yeah,
Brothers.
he was the villain in Four Brothers.
Mm, mm. Okay, got you. But yeah, so I mean, it's I don't know. Like I said, Lion King was
It
okay. I wasn't horrible, but I just didn't feel like it was. I didn't feel like, oh man, this is great to see. Why? The reason why I said this is the first take. I guess I have to say it again on this take. take
take
take two.
two.
Take two
Take
was the
two.
same.
Take two. You
Take
get a
two.
little bit
But
more pissed off Marcus and Ruben.
man, I get a little bit, yeah, because we were a little tired. Got a little angsty going on. But take two. So basically, guys, what I said was Aladdin's live action version was good because it was based off an animated version that had human characters in
Yes.
it. So when you see real actors play animated characters that were also
Mm-hmm.
human, they can do it a little
Yep.
bit better. But when you have quote unquote animated real life lions trying to portray animated lions that had human emotion, it doesn't come across the same way. So it didn't like when Simba was down there, you know what I'm saying, in the little valley or whatever, when the wildebeest was coming, they didn't do that little zoom in on his eyes and the eyes dropped and his ears dropped like you seen when he was like in the 1994
Yeah.
version. They didn't have that. It wasn't as thrilling as that. When Mufasa died, it wasn't even as compelling as the animated version. I was like,
It's
Mufasa was kind of like it just didn't seem this. It didn't have the
it's a
same weight. It
lion.
didn't have the
It's
same
a
weight.
lion. Have you ever really seen a lion reaction? I've only seen several reactions: sleeping,
No,
attacking.
you're right.
Well, yeah, sleeping,
Yeah,
attacking, just normal resting face, and fucking face. Those are the only
yeah.
sayings. Those are the only faces I've ever.
Ooh. But no, so I forgot off the table. But you know where I got that from, don't
Yes.
you? You know.
Oh, that caught me off. That caught me so off guard.
Well, see, that
That
wasn't the
wasn't in the
first
first
take.
one. That's
Y'all,
all brand new.
that was not
That's
the first.
all brand.
That
That's
was
all
new.
brand new.
That's
So,
you got.
Can You
But
Feel
yeah,
the Love Tonight didn't have the same feeling as back then because Can You Feel the Love Tonight was in the middle of the day, and
right.
one of the reviewers said,
It was more of an afternoon
"Yeah,
delight.
Afternoon
More of an
Delight,
afternoon delight.
yes, Afternoon Delight," and it was if they would actually sung Afternoon Delight, that would have been hilarious. Um, if it was like one reviewer said Beyonce sung every single note possible and created some in that song. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
See, Donald Glover came in and he's trying to make love. He's trying to get down to business, like old school, like that.
Yeah.
He's in there. Beyonce over here trying to make another anthem, and it just didn't sound right.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else I didn't think that I didn't think of the first time we aired this, tried to record this or whatever. When Beyonce I just kept hearing her say to the other lioness, "Get information." Like she didn't say those words, but she just kept saying, "Come on, lady,
Lions attack.
attack," or something like lioness is attack. And I was just like, I just kept hearing "get information."
When
You
she
know what I'm
said
saying?
that,
Like I just kept feeling
when
like she
she
was
said
supposed
that,
to
I was
see
like, is
that.
Captain Planet coming out? Like,
Yeah, like what is happening right now?
it,
You know what I'm saying?
she,
So
everybody's upset because
It was
she can't act, she can't voice act, and maybe she can at some other stuff. Like you said before, when she played Etta James, that was actually really good. I actually like Cadillac Records.
yeah. Cadillac Records was all
That
right
was
right
that
there.
was a
That was a
good
good one.
watch. I watched it every time it comes on randomly, but
So,
it's she she,
I,
she could have been casted to somebody else. I think they
mhm.
gave her the role for because it's Beyonce,
Yeah,
and
they did
and
that. They did it for that reason
and they
only.
allowed her to make a song that went into there. That I was like, that's not an original. Who gave her that?
Yeah, Spirit song. They was running. He was coming
Yeah, I
back
was like, the hell
to
kind of shit
the.
is this?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was alright. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but like you said, like they really only gave her that part so she could sing the "Can You Feel the Love" part. I feel like if they could have made her the mom, they could have made her Simba's
Yeah,
mom, and I would have been all right with that. You know
yeah,
what I'm
because she
saying?
didn't show
And
no
then they could have just
reaction.
gave someone
Yeah.
else. Yeah, it wasn't much going on there, but
Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean, that's how I felt, man. Like I said, it depends. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I got to go to the gym and do some other stuff, but I feel up to it. I might, maybe slide by and check it out.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go tomorrow night and do the $5 Tuesday and watch it again, just because because I liked it just for the cinematography alone.
Yeah, yeah, Ruben thoroughly enjoyed it,
And
and he was kept saying that, and it moves us
and
all. He
it
kept me doing that like
moves
on
us all.
everybody's post. I just kept seeing that same thing on Facebook. I'm like, dude, I hope this movie is good to him because
You know,
if it's not, it's gonna be the biggest letdown
all
ever.
it took was one post for me to motivate somebody to keep going, and it did motivate one person. And I had to tag you to that because I said, "See, it does work."
Yeah, it
It,
was alright, man.
that right there was. I didn't sing in the theater I was at because the theater I was at, like, when I was waiting to go in, I was pointing them out like white family, white family, white family, Asians,
yeah,
black couple, white
yeah,
family, white family.
yeah,
I'm outnumbered.
yeah,
I'm not gonna get kicked out of a nice theater just for being a
yeah,
fool singing the songs.
yeah.
But
Did they sing the songs?
I don't think most of those kids knew the songs.
Makes sense.
But Disney did
Makes
what they did.
sense.
They got their money because the parents wanted to see it
They
and they
got it.
wanted to see it with their kids. And they're gonna go with like 8 to 10 people. So it's like, hey, we're gonna get our money. But yeah, I won't. I'll
Mhm.
if I scroll past it on Disney Plus streaming, I'll see it. But I'm not gonna buy the Blu-ray. And I don't need to see the behind the scenes. Timon and Pumbaa. I would love to see another movie with Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, they could do that Lion King 1.5
Oh God.
version. If it tell me, then I'd be like, yeah, what's up? Maybe it's all right. Maybe all right.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Seth
Yeah.
Rogen's laugh was. I mean, you were right. He is the perfect casting for a warthog.
Yeah.
Because his voice is that is that rough, but his it wasn't
Yeah.
just his laugh that's rough. His singing, like he wasn't really singing. He was talking in melody, and
Talking in
it was
melody.
just like, oh, that's what we get. But the one thing we didn't talk about in take one, um, they didn't do the hula dance.
They did not do
And I
the
was
hula
like,
dance.
because when
I
they
was
started going, and
waiting
they
on
were going
that.
like, what are they gonna do? Like, is he really gonna put on a hula skirt?
Yeah.
And when they
Yeah.
went into Beauty and the Beast, and they
Mhm.
tried to go into Be Our Guest, oh yeah, I lost it in there. I was dying laughing in
Yeah.
there. I didn't care
Yeah.
who heard me. I was laughing really hard at that because that threw me off. I was like, okay, that's good. That's good writing. But Scar had the receding hairline. I still laugh at that every time he had the receding hairline.
Yeah.
I was like, you're
Yeah.
the younger brother. How does you must be the meth lion? Like that's where the elephant graveyard
Uh,
was. That was the projects. That was you.
yeah.
That was a crack house.
Oh, yeah. And they did bring up the fact that Mufasa fought him
Mm-hmm.
before. That's something that I was like, oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
different. You know what I'm saying? Because he beat him before. Apparently, they must have had to fight for the whoever be the king
Well,
or
he can
whatever.
challenge him,
Maybe that's how he got the scar. He challenged him and he lost. That's it. I
which
mean,
also
so I was
has
like,
which
I
also
never
happened
knew
in
how.
Black Panther.
Which also happened in Black Panther. Yep. I said it I feel like I said it a long time ago. Black Panther is basically Lion King with humans
Mm-hmm.
and powers, but
Yep.
still, same
Same
principle.
principle.
It's a throne. Somebody wants to come take it. Somebody in the family wants to dethrone whoever. This same thing. Hamlet,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
Black Panther is basically Black Hamlet in Africa. So so there
But
you
you know,
go.
they got. I
It's
saw the
all good.
preview. They had Mulan coming out, and I'm actually.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the original Mulan.
you
I have
haven't.
not.
That was
I
Mulan is a good Disney
yes,
classic,
I
man. It's
know,
good.
I
Like
know, and
it's up there. It's
but
up there.
this the trailer that they played, I'm like, I'm interested in seeing that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you might want to see that one, and then do it backwards. See that one first, then just check out the,
Yeah, because
the
they said they're
animated
going
version.
more human. They're not bringing in Eddie Murphy Dragon.
Mm.
There's not going to be any singing.
He was a good
There's not going to be
sidekick. He
any.
was a good
Yeah, there's
sidekick
not
in
going to be
it.
any singing in it. It's more of like a kind of like a crouching tiger, hidden dragon feel. The fight scenes and way they said. I looked at it. When I looked at the preview and I saw, I was like, that looks like I want to see that
It looks epic. It looks
because it
pretty
is
epic.
based on a
Like
true story.
they did it for
So
real. Yeah, they do it for real. So they're gonna make it like that. I mean, it's everything doesn't have to be Aladdin. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Or whatever Beauty and the Beast. Anything that just breaks out into song. I feel like that doesn't happen in real life. And Mulan being an actual, a cultural
Right.
thing, it makes more sense for it to be taken
Correct.
seriously. You know what I'm saying? In real
Correct.
life, people gonna do it like that.
So I mean,
So I get it.
Disney's doing worse, but I want to know
You
your
know.
initial reaction for the San Diego Comic Con reveal of Marvel's Phase 4.
And my initial reaction, it was weird. It was
Yeah.
odd. Yeah, I would say that. It wasn't like me being like super like stoked or what, oh my God. It was more so of me just being I was really happy on the inside because I was concerned. I was concerned after Endgame. Like I was really trying to figure out, am I gonna even fool with this again? Like, 22 movies, you know what I'm saying? Like I was too the cap gone. Like it was just a lot. It was
Yeah.
emotionally, I just took it to heart, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't know if I'm really if they got to do something big, have to do something major for me to even
Oh,
care again about this because it's kind of like
the,
I was kind of because Iron Tony gone, you know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Cap gone. I mean Thor is cool, but but it's
Oh,
like
I'm waiting to hear
but when I
the
saw
people get upset about the new
yeah
Thor movie. I'm waiting to hear when they start
yeah.
because they're bringing in Lady Thor.
I mean, Thor will still be around, so
Right.
that's not gonna. It's never gonna be quite
Yeah.
like that. But people, they just want something to be upset about.
Yeah.
But what I will say, my reaction when I saw it all play out, I was like, you know what? They finna get all my money
Yeah.
again. They finna do it. They finna take all my money again. And I was just like, I'm excited because I was at the end after I sat down and I looked at the whole timeline. I started thinking about how like bigger the world is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
The universe they're creating or whatever. I was like, I'm excited because you know what I'm saying? What was it? I do like I'm excited about the Falcon and what I'm saying Winter
Of
Soldier
course.
thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be dope. I'm curious to see how they do that. I'm excited about the TV. Well, pretty much most of the TV shows actually a little bit more so than the movies, which is weird. But I'm excited because I guess it's different. Like, are they gonna do like how Netflix does? They're gonna drop all these episodes that you can just binge it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's it gonna work? With that, I'm curious to see how the movies and the shows actually fit together because that's what we haven't had. That's
Yeah.
new. That's a new thing. The movies and the shows are gonna you're gonna have to watch the series to get the little parts for the
Right.
movie. Doctor Strange, I'm excited about that Doctor Strange movie, and then of course the Blade announcement was huge. I was like, yo, they're taking it bad. They're gonna bring Blade up in this thing. It's gonna be live.
I'm hoping that
So,
they
yeah.
would actually give Blade the R rating, and that's only because it's going to allow for more blood, more gore in what he's doing, and it's going to allow the curse words because we need the curse words, because Wesley Snipes did it. Wesley Snipes did it,
Yeah, I mean he did it.
and
I doubt Marvel
because
does
what,
that, man.
what was it
Marvel
like?
ain't gonna
Somebody
do that,
somebody
man.
shot at Blade or something. He's like, do you know who you fucking with? Like, you want to hear him
Yeah.
say that. Like, that's an iconic line from Blade movies. Is like, oh, do you know who you fucking with? And you.
Yeah, they're not gonna let it ride like that though, man. Disney, Marvel ain't gonna do that. Unless they give it to like the people who do Deadpool or something like that. Unless they try to switch
They're
it
not
off
changing.
on
They're
someone
not
else.
changing Deadpool.
If he in it, MCU, if he's in the MCU, it ain't gonna fly like that, man. I would be surprised. Like I would, it would be cool if it did it, but I would be surprised if they allow. I mean, but shoot, they did. I mean, they did cut off Thanos' head
Yeah,
in Endgames. I mean, they could wait, fine. They can make it. They can push the PG-13 probably
yeah,
all the
but
way
but
to the
but
max if
see,
they
think
chose
about it.
to.
It's Blade dealing with vampires. You're gonna have to show
Hmm.
blood, and not just like transporting blood, but just like actual blood. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to show it. So it's if you give us the R rating, Blade doesn't have to see what they're afraid of is which is what they were afraid of with Deadpool. If they gave it a
Hmm.
rating of an R, one, it gives them less of a budget. Two, it gives them less screens. Three, it gives them less of an audience. And that's what they're
Hmm.
afraid of with Blade. And I'm like, but parents are still going to take their kids to go see Blade just like they went to go see Deadpool. Parents used to take their kids
Yeah.
to go see the other three Blade movies. So what makes you think they're not going to take them to go see
Yeah.
this one? Because it's all a part of the universe, and it's not like it's because it's a rating R because of just vulgarness and all that. No, it's just because it is somewhat of a hardcore Netflix type show. So
Hmm.
if they're giving us that, then I think it is going to work. Lead us to the Midnight Suns, give us the rest of the characters, and we're good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it'd be cool, but I just don't see Disney Marvel letting that mother be rated R like that. Especially like I said, if it's has anything to do with the other Avengers or whoever else is gonna be up in that thing. Now, if it's his own standalone thing, not connected, whatever. But
Oh no,
I think it's gonna be
it's gonna be
connected. So
connected.
it's gonna be connected. So they're gonna have to, cause yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how they do it. Like
We
he
got
do
like three
have the man
years.
has two
We
Oscars,
got
so
3 years before
we'll see.
before
They may change it up. Maybe Marvel surprise us with
man.
something, man. Maybe they'll give us a little
I
something.
who
Who
know
knows?
because what is it? 18 months they're gonna have 10 projects drop from
Man.
fall next year to the end of 2021. 10 projects. That is
Yeah.
unheard of. And again, that's not even counting Spider-Man, Venom, Carnage,
All right.
the Morbius movie. It's not counting all those.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we have it's just we have a treasure trove
So
of
many.
just content just coming out, and Disney's like, okay, y'all want more? We're gonna give you more because they're leading to Secret Wars and Secret Invasion and the Dark
Oh
Avengers.
yeah, that's coming. It's
I'm waiting for
coming.
the Dark Avengers to come out. I'm waiting for them because I think Thor 4 is supposed to introduce Silver Surfer. That's the rumor. Beta Ray Bill's already in it, but now they're going to introduce Silver Surfer. And if they introduce Silver Surfer, then that means we're getting Galactus. If we're getting Galactus, that means the Fantastic Four is really going to be needed.
Yeah.
So
Who's playing Beta Ray Bill?
they haven't casted that person yet.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure
Hmm.
how that's going to play out. Then after that, all after Phase 4, then you still got Black Panther 2. You got Guardians 3. You still got the Fantastic Four movie that they're
Yep.
planning, an X-Men movie. I don't know which X-Men they're going to use, but they're going to use some of the X-Men. I don't think they should use. They're
Right.
not going to use Wolverine right off the bat. They're going to use.
You don't think
Mm-mm,
so?
that is too hard of a character. Now,
I don't
that,
know, man. They may have to if you want people to come out there and check it
now
out. Yeah.
think about this. All the criticism of like people playing certain characters, like like there's certain people that are just like they're that character, like Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man, and it's Tony Stark. It's like
Mm.
that goes together. Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, that just goes together. Hugh Jackman
Mhm.
and Wolverine, that just goes together. Even though Hugh Jackman got so much backlash and was not the first pick for Wolverine.
Yeah.
He
Who was the first pick? You know his name?
I did know, I forgot who it was. They had to turn it down for another
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
So and whoever turned it down recommended Hugh Jackman. And Hugh Jackman had
Yeah.
read for it already, but they recommended going with Hugh Jackman, and he got it. But they didn't want Hugh Jackman with it because he was too tall. Because Wolverine is like 5'4".
Yeah.
Wolverine is a
Yeah.
short dude, but he's like Hugh Jackman's like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
But he still made it. He
Yeah.
still made it work. And now
Man, he was cold with it, man. Dude was cold with it.
and
I give him that.
that just leads me to like dealing with all of these these characters that are coming out. Why is it that people get upset? Why is like all of social media all pissed off at like what characters playing what? Like they got mad when when Sam Wilson got the shield. Folks are mad that Sam Wilson got the fucking shield. They got mad in the comics.
Yeah.
They got mad now. And I was like, that's not my Cap. That's not
Yeah.
my Cap. I was like, oh. So you would trust a brainwashed a dude that was brainwashed by the Russians before you would trust a black dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't speak racism, but if it does, I mean, if it does, that doesn't speak racism. I don't know what does, but
Yeah.
you know, you get mad at all these people playing certain characters, but like, you know, they got mad at Nick Fury being Samuel L. Jackson. They got mad at Mordor for actually being a black dude in the movies when he was actually a white dude or Asian, one of them. They got mad at like Swindon playing the Ancient One when the Ancient One was Asian and not a white woman. But you know, it's like it's certain characters they get upset about like gender swap or not gender swapping, race swapping on certain characters, but not all characters.
Yeah.
Like Wolverine is Canadian, Hugh Jackman is Australian. Nobody got mad. Nobody got mad about that.
White guy, man. Nobody.
Natasha Romanoff is Russian.
Never.
Scarlett Johansson is not.
Right.
Nobody really got mad at that. You see what I'm saying? Like.
They did get mad when she played that Asian character, Ghost in the Shell character. They got mad about that, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did get a lot of backlash from that. And as deserving as she did. And that movie bombed. So.
Yeah. I didn't see it, so
I didn't see it neither. I didn't want to see it. I watched that movie she was in, Lucy, and I was totally disappointed. Like, it was good up to a certain point and then it was like the end. Like, that's it? That's all we get? That's how you're gonna end this? Like, all right, whatever. Whatever, this is your movie. But you know, there is a story out right now, and I'm not sure if it's gonna really happen, but I'm hoping it does. And hopefully this wasn't a take one. They're talking about changing up the race of Craven. Now, they're trying to say that Craven, I sent you that picture too, yesterday.
You did?
Yeah. Craven, they're talking about Craven is now going to be from an exiled tribe from Wakanda. And he's basically going back and hunting Black Panther or going whatever. But they're trying to, and I was like, that makes so much sense. Because they were talking about back in the beginning of Black Panther, they talked about all the tribes. They didn't say nothing about all the tribes made it or whatever. They just say these are the tribes we have right now. It's like, so what about exiled tribes, like people who got pushed out? And they're like, but you know, like Craven is Russian. I was like, well, they ain't nothing saying that he can't be still Russian. Like his mom was kicked out or they were all kicked out, and she ends up. They become refugees and somewhere else, and she ends up getting with some Russian dude, and now, bam, there he is. He's half Wakandan, half Russian. There you go. Bam, story.
Yeah.
But it makes so much sense. I was like, I like that take on it. Because it makes it more because his brother or half-brother or stepbrother, Chameleon, it makes more sense because now he can be full-on or half-Russian, and he can be half-Russian, and it was like, it works. The storyline was so work if they would just go with it, but people are mad about race swaps and Craven's supposed to be Russian. I don't want no Russian dude chasing a bunch of Americans. That don't sound right.
I mean, I just feel like this is what happens, man. When people were back when these characters were created, you know what I'm saying, they were a reflection of the readers. Right. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know what I'm saying, everybody's watching this stuff. Everybody's into this. So people want characters they can connect with. You know what I'm saying? They want at least something that at least seems realistic or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody was white. Everybody was buying this stuff was white. So everybody was blonde hair, blue eyes, or something, redheads and stuff like that. So that's just what was going on back in the 1950s and 60s and all this stuff. So now it's like everybody's more accepting. You know, we got all these different cultures coming together. We got all these people. You want to reach, you want to make some money, you better make people look like them. You see what happened with Black Panther? People weren't even reading comic books, had no idea who Black Panther was, and just went to see it just because, oh, we got a black superhero in Marvel? I'm going to go see it.
Yeah.
$700 million plus, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, I don't know, man. Then, of course, you got Shang-Chi. That's supposed to be legit, too.
I'm anxious to see.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, so, I mean, it's going to be cool. I bet you China box office just be absurd when that drop. You already know. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be ignorant.
like you think that Marvel, what all the storylines they have, that these are just Avengers and the Spider-Man
Hmm.
universe that they're working with. These ain't even talking about the X-Men now. Now you can really tell
Hmm.
true good stories of X-Men and how
Yeah.
the X-Men were always, to me, the way I've always seen the characters, they
Mhm.
were always quote unquote the black people. And the reason why I say that is because they were always fighting for their freedom. They're always fighting for freedom. They're always fighting for their own rights to be people. And they were
Yeah.
always being attacked by somebody, the government or something, always going out after them.
Hmm.
And they were
Yeah.
trying to bring peace. And then you had Magneto, who always was like the militant type. And it was like, but I
Yeah.
that's how I've always saw it. It was like that's a
Yeah.
reflection of what was going on in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody else is gonna see that.
And they
Yeah.
grew.
It X
And people will side with the X-Men because it definitely, you're right. Because I think I remember thinking that as a kid. Like even like the first X-Men movies or whatever. I remember thinking like, man, this seems
yeah.
real racial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it seems
Oh,
real like, oh,
those undertones aren't really too much, but
yeah.
a lot of people ignore that. Oh, they're just mutants. It's just a story. Yeah, but that story came from somewhere. Somebody saw that as like I
Right.
can make a story, and that's not even pandering. That's just a creative person taking advantage of that. Like I can make a story out of that. That would sell.
Yeah. Instead of let's make them blue. That's what Avatar did. They said let's take Pocahontas and make it blue people instead of Native
Bruh.
Americans, and you know.
I remember
I but
watching
anyway.
that. I was like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. like
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
Blue Pocahontas in
It
space,
blew
basically.
Space Pocahontas.
Space Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Spoke. Yeah.
So I love it. I think I'm glad that some of these people like that are writing these movies and doing all this stuff. They don't have to deal with most
Yeah.
of the. They go to the interwebs, the internets, just to
Yeah.
get some ideas and what people are talking about. I understand that. I know they had people in the world doing that. Secret agents here and there, probably stirring up shit, but they want to see where they can replace characters. I mean, 20 something years ago when they were doing Batman Returns, they casted a
Yeah.
Robin for Batman Returns. That was the Penguin and Catwoman.
Hmm.
That was the Penguin and Catwoman movie. They
Okay.
casted a Robin. They
Gotcha.
casted Robin for that movie, and they didn't use it. They went ahead and wrote him out and said, "No, it's too soon." Tim Burton was like, "It's too soon." You know who was casted for Robin?
Yeah. Who?
Marlon Wayans.
I think I heard this
Yes,
before. Now that you say that, like I feel like I've heard this
yes.
before.
Marlon Wayans was casted as Robin. He still talks about it now. He still gets random checks from that movie because he was technically casted in the movie, and when it came up to shooting, they cut him out. So he was a part of the movie,
Hmm.
but he wasn't actually a part of the movie.
Man, that's crazy.
And then when they came up to Batman and Batman Forever, he was supposed to be that part, but then Tim Burton wasn't directing it.
Wasn't directing
It was
anymore.
Joel
Yeah.
Schumacher, and they recasted him.
Yeah.
And they recast it for Chris O'Donnell, and that he was
Hmm.
upset about that because Tim Burton wanted Marlon Wayans. Tim Burton saw some, and Tim Burton is a twisted director.
Yeah.
His stuff is not it's not the norm, but some of the stuff he
Yeah.
has done is creative as hell. It's just how he
Yeah.
sees certain things and how he saw it going. He wanted Marlon Wayans. He liked how he acted.
Yeah.
So, and I guess because that even that Batman was a little bit more down to earth, gritty type. It wasn't
Yeah.
all campy like Schumacher did, but Batman and Batman Returns was
Yeah.
more gritty, and I think that him as Robin would actually work because of the fact that his humor is more natural. It's not more quipping of these little one-liners. It was just more of natural
Yeah.
humor. And I think
Right.
it really would have worked better. And plus, think about it. If they would have changed it, like he wasn't working the circus, it was just that he was somebody going through the orphanage or going through the system, and then he
Yeah.
met Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne just went ahead and adopted him. I like the story would have worked.
Yeah.
They tried it. They
It'll
tried to
work.
do it in fucking what was that, The Dark Knight Rises with freaking Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. 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 I don't know, man. I don't know what would have happened with that one. That was interesting, but I just want them to get man, Batman, man. Like I just wish And it's crazy because I really like DC's
Mm-hmm.
catalog. Like I just, I'm like they should be so much better than what it is. And I'm like, why y'all have the best everything? I said, basically, Marvel took, in my opinion, they took the whole Batman Superman dynamic and just gave it to Iron Man and Captain America. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I mean, they just did it better with lesser known characters in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And just made it
They
like,
rolled the
oh
dice.
well, we got a rich white guy, billionaire, who goes out and do things. We got a super soldier who's all patriotic,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And boom, you got it. And they just did
Yeah.
it. But these actors, they pulled it off, man. They did it. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, man, they did
I sent you that
it.
thing, like Robert Downey Jr. I understand why they killed him off, man, because he's
Yeah.
the man made $150 million from combined from just Infinity War and Endgame. 150 million
Ridiculous, man.
for 2 movies. He made Iron Man 1 for $500,000, and I think he got back end or
Yep.
deals on that one. The way they do the back end, like they do like a percentage of a percentage, like a part of a percent. So
Yep.
like normally you'll get like 0.1, 0.2%. Like Chadwick Boseman, he got paid $2 million for, or $2 or $3 million for doing Black Panther.
Yep.
That's normal. That cast was all 200 million. That whole movie was made off $200 million, and that's everybody
Yep.
getting paid in the cast, doing all the costume. I mean, they won some Oscars for costume director, so
Yeah.
getting that money situated for that. Um, yeah, somebody like Brie Larson, she made $5 million for Captain Marvel. Um, in the early days, like Chris Evans made $1 million for the first Captain America movie.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Hemsworth made $150,000 for the first Thor movie.
Huh.
And these people are making tens upon tens of millions of dollars now.
Crazy.
So that's why they don't do those contracts no more like Robert Downey Jr. did and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
They sign them to picture deals, but then they set them at a certain amount and they try to renegotiate. But nobody's gonna make Robert Downey Jr. money anymore.
Yeah.
The only person that could probably get close to it is Tom Holland. And I don't even think they're gonna be able to get Tom Holland that much.
Yeah.
Because matter of fact, for Civil War, he got like 60 something $1 million, and Chris Evans got about 60 something $1 million.
Woo.
Like
Cap. My boy Cap.
that was like. Now,
Sheesh.
if Chadwick Boseman got a back end deal, he probably got like 0.1%, which means like of all the box office and all that stuff, he probably could have still made another $1 million off of that.
Mm.
So but you don't. That's one of those projects you don't do it for the biggest payout at the beginning. You do it for the bigger
The
payout on
long
the
run.
end.
Yep. Yep.
And
I do it for the long
that's.
run, man.
I mean, you can think about it like the movie Friday. They didn't have a big budget. Hell, John Witherspoon did that movie for $5,000. So it just shows
Crazy.
how money gets thrown around over there. But
Yeah.
DC just doesn't know what it's
Yeah.
doing, and Netflix, to me,
Yeah.
Netflix is gonna end up losing a lot of more money. Granted, Netflix has so much money, but they just they just
Yeah.
they
Billions.
just throw it
Billions
they
of
just throw it
dollars.
around. All they do is throw it
Yeah.
around, and like they're gonna increase our prices where Netflix is gonna be like $25 a month, and that's not worth it. When you
Yeah.
got Disney Plus streaming, they're like, oh, I got all the Marvel movies over there. They're gonna be $8 a month. You can throw
Yeah.
ads in here.
I mean, that's straight. You know what I'm saying? It's that's gonna be cool. I mean, Netflix has some really good shows though. Like, I mean, it's like they got some stuff on there that's pretty good. They're originals. Now, all of them are not, the
Right.
best, but they got some good stuff on there. They got some good production. It gets better and better. I feel like every year they increase something in the quality of what I'm watching. So I'm like, yeah, I can get with it a little bit, man. They got some shows like Stranger Things was a hit. You know what I'm saying? It's just they got some stuff, man, that you like, man. I don't know if I can get rid of this Netflix yet. You know what I'm saying? Not quite. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be around for a little minute. I'm certain they'll
We'll,
do their
we'll,
thing.
we'll we'll see.
You
They got
know. Disney Plus, like it's just Marvel. That's the only reason I would care about it anyway, because of the Marvel part. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I would even get
So,
it is
so you
for
don't want to
that.
watch the older Disney movies?
I feel like I can do that. That's on the Fire Stick now for free. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Everything is on there, and it's good quality. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, unless they shut that down some kind of way, then whatever. Oh, real quick, I didn't think about this. If you got Amazon Prime on Friday, they got this show called The Boys.
Oh
It's
yeah,
I've been hearing some good stuff about like all the critics
yeah.
that seen it like the week or two. They said it's up there, man. They say it's up there with like it says only 8 episodes, so it's like real like compact and good. They say it's some of the
I
best. I
think
said,
that's a
okay.
good wheelhouse for when they put these shows out like that, like 8 to 10 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when the
Yeah.
Netflix was doing the Marvel stuff and they were doing 13 episodes, that didn't work.
Too
Yeah,
much.
because
Too
you
many.
had that's 13 hours and you had some of those hours were just filler and like that you
Yeah.
really felt it in the Iron Fist series. Like, okay, what the hell? Like,
Man,
okay, y'all, we
that second season was good. That first season was whack, but that second season of Iron Fist was actually legit. Like I liked it. I actually did like the second
man,
season.
we didn't get every
Oh,
like we didn't get Punisher season 2 that I was waiting for because I hope they bring John Bernthal back as Punisher.
yeah, he was a
He
good.
he
He was a good puncher. I heard they were trying to cast him for Wolverine at some point. Like they be doing these little fan things and stuff. They're looking
see
at him for Wolverine.
everybody brings up these fantasy actors like, oh, we bring this out, like that's just the internet being the internet. But a lot of times it
Yeah.
doesn't work because you got to think about it. They wanted Tom Hardy for Wolverine, which I thought he could have probably done it, but Tom Hardy's in his 40s. So
Yeah.
by the time they were to recast it for Wolverine, it's gonna be 5 years from now. Like he's already gonna be
Yeah.
already out the door. Like same thing goes for John Bernthal. John Bernthal's in his 40s.
Yeah. They need somebody young. I think they'll think about that. What's that dude that played in Kingsman?
Oh yeah. Oh, he played
Somebody's mentioned him
yeah,
the other
because he
day.
played Elton John. Yeah,
Yeah, play
I
Elton
still need to
John.
see
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
movie. I
Yeah. Benny and the
I think that
Jets.
because
That's my song.
Betty, Betty. Yeah, actually, that's where I got Elton John. His song Daniel. That's where I got my middle name from.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
I used to think it was.
Everything comes
I
up.
used to think that was really bad because I thought it was like a song to like some kind of like gay song, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I got no, my middle name is from a gay guy, no. And then I listened to the song. It's about a dude going off to war, and I was like, oh, okay, I take it back. That's just
Man,
being young and
good stuff.
immature and not really going to do research. So
Yeah.
I did my research. I liked it. It's like okay, cool. That's how music has impacted me because my middle name came from a song. That's cool. So yeah, I hope he. We'll see. We don't know because like I said, they're gonna recast everybody.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
I I
We
I
shall
think
see.
they'll probably do like they're already bringing out looking at Young Avengers because the Hawkeye series is
Yeah.
gonna have Kate Bishop in it.
Yeah.
Um, who else is it? I think they talked about the little kid that played in Iron Man 3 that was at the funeral that he might be
Yeah.
Iron Lad and okay,
That could
that could
work. And then you got Monica Rambeau supposed to be in
yeah.
that
But
Vision
she's
show,
gonna be like
One
30
Division or
something.
something like that. Yeah, She knew. She still knew,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And matter of fact, and
I
she was
knew.
the leader of the Avengers for a little bit. Oh,
Oh, okay.
see. I think Black Panther was leader of the Avengers for a little bit too.
I think everybody had a little
Yeah, I
mantle
think
for
everybody. I think that was just a rotating. That was
just,
like musical chairs. Hell,
just pass the mantle down to the
Deadpool
next
was a
one. Here
leader of
you
the
go.
Avengers, so I don't think it's that good, that glorious of a
Yeah.
title. Like, oh, y'all had Deadpool. Like it was between Spider Man and Deadpool, and y'all went with Deadpool. So it is what it is. It's gonna continue being what it is. I'm San Diego Comic Con is always I that's one of our goals. We got to get there.
Maybe yeah, we got to show up. I have been interested in going to that place for years actually. I keep seeing all the stuff or whatever. So man, I need to check this out in person, man. I ain't never been to San Diego, so it'd be something to do.
Yeah, I think it'll be dope.
It'd be
I just
something.
want to go for who is it? I may end up being at the Arkansas Comic Con, which is like the beginning of September, the week
Hmm.
after Labor Day. Or how Labor Day's on
Huh.
Monday, that weekend following it, right? Yeah, right after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Mick Foley's gonna be there.
Nick
Yeah,
Foley.
Mankind, bro.
What?
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I
That's my favorite wrestler. So when I grew up, that was like,
okay.
because I don't care. I'm a big guy. And I saw this big dude just getting thrown off a cell and getting put through kind of punishment, and fighting on thumbtacks and getting thrown through fire, and I was like, that's cool.
He was the only reason why I believed that wrestling was real.
Yes.
Because he was anytime people let me wrestling fake, I said, nah, man, you can't fake that. You can't,
He
you
fell
can't,
20
you can't
feet
fake getting
from a
thrown
cell. Like, he was up there for.
yeah.
He went from the
Like,
cage, and then he went through the cage. So
yeah, like that's a lot. That's a long. You can't fake that
no,
fall right
there's no
there.
faking that. You just
Yeah.
brace yourself and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, man.
like
So
he went through explosions. Like like part of his ear ripped off. Like he don't have most of one of his ears.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like that's a hardcore legend. And like I was, when they gave him the hardcore belt, like that was one of my things. Like, oh man, he's a hardcore champion. He's got the hardcore belt, and then it just kind of went away from him and never really stayed with them.
Yeah.
But that's when he was pretty much on his way out. But that was one of those characters that he was able to reinvent himself, and he took his sadistic Mankind character and turned him into
Yeah.
a sadistic comedian character, and it just worked.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'll be honest, when I was a kid, I teared up when he won the championship.
Yeah. Oh
Because
man, wrestling used to be such a big part of my life, man. It's just I don't know what happened in there, but I used to watch it every day, like every time it
you know
came
why?
on.
Because a lot of people kind of
Yeah.
shamed us out of watching it. Because
Yeah.
it was a
Like
male soap opera. That's what I called it. It was a male soap opera. The stories and everything. It was fun, but
yeah.
going through adulthood and becoming wrestling's fake. Why are you still watching wrestling? I was like, it,
Yeah, because The Rock, after the Rock and Stone Cold and all of that, that's when I think after that era, like I know they keep coming back or whatever, doing other stuff, but after that era, I kind of just stopped
yeah.
watching it. Like after Stone Cold and Rock was doing their thing, because that's when it was live. I was like 14, 15, or whatever. And then after that, I kind of just, girls. I kind of blame it on girls. Like I don't even think that it was somebody maybe not like. I think I started like kind of seeing what they was talking about, and my attention kind of
Oh
just
yeah,
went
because they
that
talk about
direction.
you
You
got a
know what
bunch
I'm saying?
of grown sweaty men in draws wrestling each other. Yeah, they try to bring that out. Like, why are you trying to shame me on what I like? And now you can shame them on liking watching that love and hip hop bullshit.
Right.
Because this is they're acting. They are acting. They're athletes. They're acting. You're just watching a bunch of hoochie mamas being stupid.
Ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. That hoochie mama.
So I think TV can be entertaining
Yeah,
if we
it can
choose.
be.
It's not the idiot box like some people say.
No, no. It's like most things.
Like most of
It has its pros and
it has its
cons.
pros and cons. But
Yeah.
again, that's a goal. Like I'm gonna see if I can get there for that Arkansas Comic Con for that, because the tickets are cheap there. It's like $25 to get in for a day, or $35, which is pretty good. That's a pretty cheap good ticket. Like you San
Yeah.
Diego Comic Con, you don't want to go there just like one day. You want to go there all the days.
Yeah. All day.
Because I
Yeah.
want to film, like I
Yeah.
want to be going there film and everything, but I would love for like what we're doing here to take off and we get to go out there and talk and get a booth. That
That'd be live. Random occurrence booth in that
hell
thing.
yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have a super soaker and a Nerf gun. I'll be shooting random people.
Yeah.
But no, Comic Cons are fun. If you go with the right people and just goof off. For all y'all that don't know, I got a YouTube channel, RubeDaGreat. I had Fan Expo that I put up there, Dallas Fan Expo 2019.
Okay.
Fun video. It's like 30 minutes, so fun video. Um, yeah. Um, can I go ahead and go into our project that we were talking about?
Yeah, man, do that. You hit the project.
All
Talk about
right,
the project.
people, listen up. We here at Random Occurrence love the teachers. Matter of fact, half the panel is a teacher. So
Yes.
we thought about doing something for the teachers to help out, and we want to do a fundraiser to help supply, or should I say, what's the term I can use?
Help assist, I'm saying, the teacher with some products
Yeah,
or some money to fund, saying equipment or any kind of necessities that you may need for your classroom, whether it comes with decorating or just supplies for the
yeah.
students, for them to have in hand. So, yeah.
So
So we're coming up with,
so
man.
in this boxes right here. There's a box up here, right here, right here, right here. I'm trying to do it right on the camera, right there and right there. So if you're watching this on YouTube, where I'm gonna have some information here, and what we're gonna have is you can email us at ourrandomcommunication@gmail.com. Nominate yourself, nominate somebody else. We just need their first and last name, the school they work at, what city they're in, city and state, what grade they teach, or if they teach, and if they teach us a certain subject, what certain subject they teach, and why these people should be nominated. Some teachers don't need the supply money because they don't really furnish that much or needing that much in supplies. But like some teachers, Kleenex goes a long way.
A long way. God, boxes.
So if we can help out a teacher to where they don't have to send out that list for parents to get a bunch of stuff for their kids, then that works. Then they can probably put the stuff that they bought for their kid and save it for the next year. Like, oh, you got stuff. It's next year. Like, so we want to help do that. So we're going to put our Cash App information. We're going to put our PayPal information up. And you can send money. We just ask that you put for the subject line, the reason why teachers are awesome.
Teachers are awesome.
We're going to have screenshots. We're going to post it out on like page, on our personal Facebook pages, and we're going to give you shout outs on everybody. So by the time we're finished this, we're going to have this up for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, something like that. And the more you donate, the more teachers we can help. So $5 goes a long way. Everybody doesn't have, we're not tell everybody, you need to donate $500. You need to, no, if you want to donate $5, donate $5. If you want to donate $10, you want to donate $10. If you want to donate $7 and saying that's a combo for somebody's lunch, hey, I don't, why not? We're not going to judge you if you want to donate $1. It's a donation is a donation. You don't have to give, but if you give, we're going to give you a shout out. We're going to thank you for it. Put you on a list with the usual suspects and this is how we're gonna give back to the community. So the more you donate, the more teachers you can help. So again, email us ourrandomcommunication@gmail.com. We'll have our PayPal information here. I think there's some stipulations on fundraising, so if we're probably just gonna cut this part out and just like put our PayPal information where else. But if you're seeing it, you're seeing it. But if not, just go to our like page and we'll go from there. And I'll leave a link to our like page somewhere in the details down below. And just, again, whatever you can give, use the subject line, the reason why teachers are awesome.
Right. Also, be sure to go to our YouTube page. Watching this, if you're already watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We need the subscribers and likes and notifications so you can know whenever our new videos are posted.
Hit the bell.
So, hit the bell. It's right there in the corner.
We post weekly, every Wednesday. The YouTube video may take longer, but now I'm actually going to start rendering this and putting this out on Wednesday as well with the rest of everything. So we're covered everywhere. So right above me, you'll see all the lists. Or if you've been watching it, you'll see all the lists of everywhere we're at. And then you can just come in and just like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, share. Hey.
All the good stuff.
Help a teacher out.
Hey. All right. Know that juice is temporary, sauce is forever. Know that you are blessed. Know that you are loved. Alpha size.
And for everybody donating, everybody that's not donating, everybody that's listening, remember, no matter what you do in this world, no matter what you do in life, be great at it. And teachers are awesome.